And there came a day unlike any other, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Comics Daily from Scorcher Hill, hosted by Brian Kieron and Matt Wood. From Scorcher Hill, this is Star Wars Comics Daily. I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Kieron.
Welcome to episode 133, Darth Vader number 10. Darth Vader number 10 was released October 7th, 2015.
The writer was Kieron Gillen. Artist is Salvador Larroca. Colorist is Edgar Delgado. Letterer is Joe Caramagna. And the cover is by Larroca and Delgado.
Yep. And hey, man, we're back at it. Darth Vader is trying to be 2 steps ahead of old Thanoth.
Thanoth, yeah.
And we're going into Naboo.
Yeah.
Have we done anything on Naboo in the comics?
I don't think we have in these comics, no.
I don't think we have on any comics.
Oh, well, we have in the current Darth Vader series.
What do you mean?
Didn't Vader go back to Naboo and he's running to...
I mean on our show, Brian.
No, well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, don't...
No, yes, I don't... No,
don't spoil episode 987.
Right. Yes, no, I think this is the first... I think we've seen him kind of flash back a little bit to some Padme stuff, but yeah, I think this is the first time we've been in Naboo, probably in the new canon.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is our first episode that we've covered, period, where we've gone to Naboo.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
I mean, it certainly wasn't any of the Dark Horse stuff.
Right, yeah.
I haven't gone there in Legacy.
No, yeah, I'm sure that this is the first time we've been to Naboo.
Yeah, so I wonder what it's like. I hope it's nice.
Yeah, I hope nobody gets killed.
Oh, well.
I hope no.
Not in this comic.
Get blown up and get shot in the face, so hopefully that won't happen.
I guess there's only one way to find out. Brian, tell me what happens in Darth Vader number 10.
On Anthem Prime, Darth Vader finishes up an attack on the Dragon's Mansion. He interrogates the last survivor who agrees to reveal who sold the explosives, and Vader kills him before the prisoner can confess. Thanoth enters and is surprisingly able to crack the code to the Dragon's safe. On Naboo, Dr. Aphra and the murder droids attack and interrogate the man formerly known as Commodex Ton. He is the man who prepared Senator Padme Amidala's body for burial. He says she was a good queen and he won't betray her. 000 calls him cute and gets to work. Ton at Aphra's prompt confirms that Ton at Aphra's prompt confirms that Amidala gave birth to a son who was taken away. Aphra has what she needs, so 000 kills the man. 000 is annoyed, feeling that they could have gotten more out of him, but Aphra tells him that they were there to do a job, not to be sadists. The droid asks her not to speak for herself, or asks her to speak for herself. Aphra meets up with Vader on Anthem Prime and gives a report. Vader tells her that another agent is looking for the boy who destroyed the Death Star. She is to continue looking for information, and she asks if there are any other problems on the horizon. Vader tells her that his new adjunct is enthusiastic but not a problem. He suspects nothing. Outside, we see that a probe has been watching the exchange the whole time.
Oh, man. Vader's so clumsy.
Nah, he's still a little Annie, so he's not the brightest bulb on the tree or whatever.
Yeah, no, certainly not. Good eye on knowing that was a sensor. I thought it was like a little camera that like a bug or something. I think it is like a flying sensor. I think it's one of those things that they've been using to communicate with one another. Like in the last issue, they were using it as like a walkie-talkie.
Because if you look in the background, it looks like there's clouds behind him, and it's floating behind him in the clouds. So I assume that's what that is.
I think you're exactly right. All I do know is that it's bad news for old Vader.
Is it? Sounds like maybe it's probably bad news for old Thanoth.
It's a distraction.
Yeah,
it's going to be a headache for our boy Annie.
For sure.
Brian, this is going to be the second time that we've talked about Ortolan.
Yeah.
I still don't know whether or not the feet are feet or the hands are hands or whatever.
Yeah. And I don't know, is Is this guy supposed to be the dragon? I guess it doesn't matter too much.
I think he's the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say that he is the dragon. I'm going to see if Wikipedia confirms whether or not he is.
I guess Vader does, and he does say the dragon said he'd detonate the building. I prevented him, but he also was lying. So
yeah. So they're saying it's the dragon, and my gosh, way too long of a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned him in the last issue, and then he gets killed in 3 pages. And what else is there to talk about? Unless they do some other stuff with him.
Excuse me, sorry. I was allergic to unnecessary exposition on Wikipedia. This guy should have put up more of a fight, though. But I guess he couldn't.
I don't know. All I know about this kind of aliens is that he plays a mean piano or whatever. So I don't know how intimidating they are. They don't seem very intimidating.
Yeah, well, he's got a gun.
He does have a gun, but
he hangs out with a hammerhead, though.
Dude, Ithorian.
I know. I know what I said.
That guy's dead, though.
Oh yeah. Certainly doesn't look good. Old Tanoth going curses. I like that a lot. Curses. Like
yes, because obviously what's happening here is Vader's killing everybody that could give Thanos any kind of information.
Yeah. Gosh, it's so silly. Vader's showing his hand a little bit when they're trying to break the safe open. The whole is the urgency necessary? Kind of like, hey man, you want to go get some beer?
We don't need to see what's in that safe, man. I'm sure it's cool stuff.
One of the stormtroopers was telling me that someone's got a cool speeder outside. You want to check that out?
Yeah, man. I hear there's some droids fighting down at the bottom of the planet. You want to go do that?
Yeah. The moment.
Like, in a moment we will. Let me crack this safe.
Yeah, the moment that he cracks the safe within 3 guesses is the moment that you have to be like, well, this guy's clearly smarter than Vader, and therefore he must die.
It also makes me want to go clean my alarm pad.
Oh yeah, well,
because I'm sure you can track the 4 numbers I pitch every time I come in and out of my house.
You're not a sticky Ithorian or Ortolan, though.
That's true.
Hopefully you don't have secretions all over the.
I'm sure there's fingerprints and stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you don't have Tanoth coming after you.
That's true.
That's true. Because apparently he can guess, and I don't buy that if you guess one more time you're gonna blow up, but that's what they say,
Right, because he's just assuming that he's only got 3 chances. I mean, I guess maybe he's seen that kind of safe before, but I don't know.
I think old Vader would be a little like, hey man, how about you not risk that, when I'm around? Maybe do that on your own time.
Well, I don't think he says it's going to blow the whole place up. I think he said it was going to destroy what was inside it.
Well, that's not good either. Well, except for Vader.
Well, I was going to say Vader doesn't want them to get that stuff, so because I'm not even sure what he got. He picks up some kind of tube, but
I'm sure it's a huge thing, written by the Emperor saying that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker.
Right. Somehow that dragon got a hold of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just.
I guess that's theoretically what it is. It's records of who he sold his explosives to, which would theoretically.
Oh, that's it. He's going to tie back to Afra or whatever.
Yeah, it would eventually tie him back to Vader theoretically.
Sure, absolutely, because Vader likes hiring those bounty hunters.
Yep. And make a droid army.
Oh, sure, yeah. I wonder what happens to his droid army, because he clearly doesn't get to keep it.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see it by the end of this run, because I don't remember next. Yeah. I don't remember being anything else.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember. I don't remember if they deal with it though. I don't remember if there's a definitive they all broke, or something like that.
It could be. I mean,
I'm sure they sweep that. They do leave that. They do turn that stone, but
I would imagine it might even be just the Emperor got word of it, and so Vader just had to destroy it or something.
Man, these Naboobians love their open patio space.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, this looks a lot like what Padme lived in when she was Although that was actually on.
Yeah. It looks like our apartment. Yeah,
Yeah,
which was very open.
yeah.
Which
But I
seems
would
kind of
imagine those.
foolish if you're a senator.
Surely. I mean, she'd been a senator there for a long time at that point, so I'm sure she had adjusted it to her own taste.
Oh yeah. I was telling you that I spent way too much time trying to look up whether or not this Arabesh was actually Arabesh.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it is, but some of it absolutely is not. And I don't think any of it says anything. But what's really weird is that when you look at the plaque when he first goes to grab the blaster, there is some proper Arabic written there. And it's just like a jumble of letters that doesn't actually spell out anything.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the little piece of Arabesh, because if you look at the panel before it, it's not there by the plaque. I'm thinking that it's some kind of artistic mess up that no one caught.
What are you talking about? Like I see.
Look at the two panels. Look at the one where he's looking at the blaster, and look at the one where he's grabbing the blaster.
Uh-huh.
And outside the plaque on the one where he's grabbing the blaster, you see a little bit of Arabesh text that is not there on the panel where he's looking at the blaster.
I don't know. The panel. There's Arabic like above his arm. Is that what you're talking about? When he's going into the closet?
He opens the door. He looks at the blaster, right?
Uh-huh.
And right below that, there is a plaque that has lettering on it.
Right.
Okay. There is no lettering outside of the plaque, correct?
Yes.
Okay. On the next panel, there is lettering outside the plaque.
I don't see any lettering outside of the plaque.
Really? I wonder if... Because it's in my hardcover. You're using the single issue.
I'm looking at the comic book, so maybe it's a misprint on the...
Yeah. It's weird, because it certainly is Arabesh, but...
I mean, it's just the same. It's the exact same on the next page when you see it straight on and they translate it for you. It's just the same. That's the same thing that's on this, what I'm looking at.
Sure. Yeah. And that's in mine too. But outside the plaque, it looks like it's just like floating letters.
That must just be some kind of weird, like it's when you do these, you use layers in Photoshop. So that might be what happened. Somebody left a layer floating.
I'm thinking that's what happened. But it is weird and strange.
It's weird that would be in the hardcover. You would think that would be mistaken.
I told you about this. I translated it, and it looks like someone just pressed a bunch of not the hot keys, but the home keys when you type, like your ASDF and your JKL semicolon. It looks like someone just pressed a couple of those.
Yeah, that's really weird. Like I said, it would make sense if that mistake was in the comic book, but to be in a reprint, that's very strange.
Yeah.
But you said it's gibberish. So like the panel where they translate it, is that still gibberish or?
The panel where they translate it, it's still gibberish.
Okay.
A few of the letters are Arabic, but according to what I was looking at and what I've been using before. It's nothing. Like there's lettering in there that's not Arabic at all.
That's so weird. Yeah, I think we talked about it for just a minute. It seems like it would be like you would just have a font that would just translate directly. A is this letter, A and B is this letter, and you would just type it in. Like you can do that. That new X-Men language that they Krakoan. You can do that. I have that on my computer.
Yeah.
So that's weird that they wouldn't have it for these, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. But there you go.
Like I said, we've talked about it before. They did it with the Skrulls and the Bendis assembled stuff. So
yeah, it's never consistent. But the feeling with Star Wars stuff, like those nerds are gonna know.
Yeah, especially since they translate it right next to it.
Yeah, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's also weird for me that Padme would give him a gun, given that Naboobians are all peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah,
and even canonically, like they don't have weaponry after the whole siege of Naboo. So he might have gotten it before that, but I doubt it.
They don't have weaponry after the siege of Naboo?
No, because that's a big point of contention, and I want to say Queen's Shadow.
I thought
because remember that's why Panaka was fired, because he wanted Naboo to have more defenses.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought he didn't want defenses because they do build some sort of defense. I just read that book a couple weeks ago. They do build some sort of orbital defense system that he was not interested in. Maybe I read it wrong.
I always thought it was the reverse, but I could be wrong. It doesn't seem like Naboo is going to start packing heat.
But I mean, they obviously had weaponry. They had ships that were armed and stuff.
They had a few. And that was before the whole siege thing.
Right.
I don't know.
But why would you not have weapons after the siege? It seemed like that would be the reason.
For me, it just doesn't seem like a thing that like.
No, I completely agree. It seems weird that she'd be like, "Here's a gun."
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Thanks for being a good guy. Here's a gun.
Right.
Yes, that seems weird. And I mean, and he does say he never thought he would actually use it. So it does seem like the gun is attached to the plaque. So. Yeah, I agree. That is very strange.
This guy's very handsome.
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's cool. He's got a cool mustache. He looks like J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, a little bit. As you've known, if you watched or listened to Ben Disassembled, Salvador Larroca does have a tendency to use real actors. So I wonder if this is like a Spanish actor or something.
No. Larroca never used real actors. That was Deodato.
Yeah, but I think Larroca does too. Like when he did, maybe he didn't do it in Ben Disassembled, but when he did, when he was the artist on Iron Man, his Iron Man looked just like Sawyer from Lost.
Oh yeah, I want to say that Larroca did he do any of Ben Disassembled?
You're right. I was thinking Deodato. But he does it too.
Yeah.
But so it's very possible that this guy is some like Spanish actor or somebody.
Right.
Because he does seem very specifically like this is.
He looks like a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike like say Afra, who kind of looks like she looks like somebody that you just drew her.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like anybody specific as far as I know, but this guy does look very specifically. He's got specific wrinkles and stuff.
Right. This whole thing, Afra's like, split from her dad and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely stuff that's going to get fleshed out later.
I guess it sounds to me though. It feels like when she's telling it, it's like it's just nonsense to her. Like it's not real. Like she's just trying to get in his good graces or whatever the hell she's trying to do.
But like why? Yeah, like that's it. For me, something about it seemed strange.
Yeah, I mean, we know at least part of it is like I don't remember what happened to her mother, but I know that at one point it's just her and her father. So
yeah,
this could totally be the true story. But it seems weird that she.
I don't think it is though, from what I've read of Afra.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I think she's making all this up.
Yeah, but like why? Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Afra is a good character, though. So.
No, yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Oh well. He gets tortured. How do you think he's tortured? You think it's titty twisting?
I mean, that would be interesting. That's 000's first move is just the titty twister.
I mean, dude, a droid doing it, I'd tell you whatever you want to do.
Sure. Right.
You rip that titty right off. Do we have to do explicit if we say titty?
Probably not. I mean, you've said it like 10 times now, so maybe, but
I've said it 4.
Probably not.
I can say titty 10 times, 5.
Okay. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Do we ever see Afra without the helmet?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like maybe not in this comic book, but I know in her own series for sure we have.
Are these? I guess these are that guy's kids.
Yeah, I assume that's his family.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's him back into the left.
Yeah. Well, she says you've had a good life, Comedex. Well, first of all, I wonder if Larroca is basing these people off of like family friends or something.
Could be.
But well, he's not smiling in the picture.
Yeah.
He might hate those kids.
That's true.
He's like, I married that woman and she didn't tell me she had 9 kids.
It could be because he's obviously in some sort of witness protection thing. Like he's like, oh, I don't know who that guy is. Tom Commodore Town. I don't know who that is. So
Yeah.
this might have been maybe it's his last picture with his family. He's all sad because he's gonna have to leave him or something. I don't know.
Do we know what a Commodex is?
I don't know. I assume it's just a fancy spacey way to say Commodore, but I don't know. But he's not. He doesn't seem like he's in the military if he's a mortician.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm seeing no. He's in the Royal House of Naboo, but I don't see anything about Commodexes. I don't know what a Commodex is. I don't know if that's a real word.
It doesn't sound like I said. It sounds like a spacey way to say Commodore.
Okay. Commodex.com. Learn how you can take advantage of the next commodity futures trends.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't think that's it. Oh, and then it says, see search results about Commodex Thon. Nice.
Yeah, so I would imagine Kieron Gillen just made that word up, just again to sound spacey.
We got at Commodex, as seen on CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business. So that's probably not it.
No, that's probably that website you were just talking about.
It probably is, yeah. Where I started to read it and my eyes glazed over. It's probably a front for some shady businesses. Oh well. He gets shocked to death.
Yeah, I very much like though Padme or not Padme. Afra's like, so Amidala gave birth to a son, right? He's like, yes, she did give birth to a son.
Yeah.
And very specifically does not mention a daughter. And then stupid 000 kills him before they get that out of him. Although 000 is like, we could have got more information out of him.
So are you saying that Afra knows that they were twins?
No, I think that she messed up by feeding him what she wanted to hear rather than letting him tell her what he knows.
Do you think...
I think that's his last bit of defiance is like, yes, you're right. She gave birth to a son.
Do you think the Commodex... I hate calling him that. Do you think he knows that they were twins?
Yeah, he was there when they gave birth.
No, he wasn't. He was a mortician.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, then how does he know she gave birth to a son?
Well, because she got that...
Again, Afra's feeding him that line.
Well, no, but her body is...
I mean, he knew that
the dead body is going to be very much post-pregnancy, and as a mortician, right. I assume that he's going to be able to like, oh, well, that's a thing there.
Well, right. He definitely knows there's no baby inside her.
Right, yeah, and that she's got all the signs of a woman who just gave birth to fucking...
Right, but...
sorry.
Oh, now you got the E on it.
Oh, great. She gave birth to twins.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right. He probably doesn't know that he gave birth to twins, but then at the same way, he doesn't know that she gave birth to specifically a son.
Yeah. Does he mention... They just say they took him away. Okay.
Right. Because, yeah, like I said, she feeds him the line because that's part of where people are like, well, torture doesn't work because you're feeding the person the information you want, and they're just saying, yes, stop torturing me. You are correct. That's what it was.
I wonder how that works. I wonder if Bail Organa just brings the dead body back. I
don't know. She said, because, Afra says that there's a hologram that shows her being buried, and she looked pregnant in that hologram. But this guy, as a mortician, knows that she was not pregnant.
Yeah.
Because, she totally feeds him the information. She says Senator Amidala had given birth to a son, and he doesn't say anything. She says, right, she had a son. The Jedi took that boy and put him in hiding. This can all be over if you just tell me what happened. And he's like, yes, that's what happened.
It's so crazy that she says the Jedi. That's so specific. How does she know that?
Well, I don't know. At this point, do we know? I guess they don't know that Luke is a Jedi in any way. I mean, maybe Vader suspects, but I don't think Afra would.
I mean, he has the lightsaber. You know, he killed Obi-Wan, but I don't know how would Afra know that.
That's what I'm saying. I think all Afra would know is that he's the boy that destroyed the Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that she would know that the Jedi took him away.
Yeah, it's so strange.
Because at that point, there really aren't any Jedi. because obviously it wasn't a Jedi. Well, I guess it was Obi-Wan. So, well, I guess she knows that Obi-Wan had the boy. So there
How
you
does
go.
she know who Obi-Wan is?
Because, well, again, it depends on what Darth Vader has told her about what happened.
I can't
But
imagine Vader told her that. Why would he tell her that?
Right. I don't know. Maybe the stormtroopers were gossiping about how Darth Vader fought a Jedi. I don't know.
Those gossipy stormtroopers.
Sure.
Loose lips sink battleships.
Don't we see one? That might have been in the old Star Wars that we read, and like the next one we read. But I think there are.
Who knows about that?
So yeah, as always, I have no idea how information moves to the Empire, so I don't know. Yeah, I agree. That is kind of weird that she's specifically.
I'm not saying that there's no way that she would know that. I'm just saying I don't know how she knows that.
Right.
Because she's clearly a very smart person.
Right. I guess it would depends on. We would probably maybe have to go back and look and see exactly what Darth Vader told her about the boy that she's looking for.
Yeah. But she could know, and that's why she's like a few steps ahead. But yeah, it is strange.
Yeah, I mean, for sure she doesn't know about Leia, but
Oh, sure, no.
Right? Yeah, nobody knows about Leia.
Oh well, burn the house down. Let's get out of Dodge.
Yep.
Here she is shooting womp rats off of her ship. You really loved her. She's pressing in weird directions.
I think she might know that. Maybe she does know that Padme was she knows that this kid is his son.
Yeah, I mean, she has to figure that out to a certain extent.
Yeah, because she definitely, like you said, she's definitely like, oh yeah, he really loved her. She was something special, man.
Yeah.
Just like you said, kind of goading him to see if he'll give anything in to, oh yes, she was the best. I totally loved her.
Yeah, it seems like a very dangerous game for old Afra to be playing.
Well, she loves playing dangerous games, dude.
I guess so. Oh well. And dumb Vader doesn't know that there's that Force ain't serving him that well, is it?
Yeah.
Oh well. He can take care of himself. He's a big boy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he takes care of things by the end of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all I got for this episode.
Yeah, me too.
That's all we got for this week. Join us next week, where on Monday we look at Star Wars number 33. Finally deal with that tag problem, maybe once and for all. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Yeah. But, it's going to be next week's Monday episode, Star Wars 33. From Star Wars Comics Daily, I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Kieron.
And until next week, may the Force be with you.